Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is officially here. The Washington Commanders 2024 53-man initial roster is out. Let's talk about it.
I feel blessed. What I want.
Get back slow. I love the way she rock her hips. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she pop her hips, the shawty is a winner. You can tell that shawty's no beginner. She's confident. I love the way she move it.
Follow me on Twitch at ChewyIRL, as that's where I will be live streaming the games anytime the Washington Commanders play. I streamed the game yesterday versus the New York Jets, and I know some people probably was like, Juan, where are you at? I'm over on Twitch. So go ahead and give me a follow. And then secondly, join the Discord server, as I finally got one up and running, and we already got a couple people in here. It's going to be a place where you can have fun and be your authentic self. Enjoy the rest of the video. YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We have the Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with my reaction to the Washington Commanders 53-man roster. We're going to break it down, review it, see who made it, see who didn't. So without further ado, let's get straight to today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so it'd be greatly appreciated if you haven't reached that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Let's get straight to it. Again, don't forget to follow me on Twitch at ChewyIRL_. Let's get straight to it. So, per urban standings, the first person that I seen put the roster out. The first thing that stands out to me originally is that we decided to keep 3 quarterbacks: Marcus Mariota, Jaden Daniels, and Jeff Driscoll. Again, this is not in the order of the depth chart. This is in the order of the numbers. So Marcus Mariota, Jaden Daniels, Jeff Driscoll, and honestly, this is who I wanted them to actually keep. I do like how Trace McSorley finished off the preseason, but Jeff Driscoll is a guy that I trust a little bit more, and I didn't even expect him to make the roster. I expected them to keep 2 quarterbacks, but they decided to go 3, and that is a little bit interesting to me, considering the fact that I believe you can call up a 3rd quarterback on game days without having to have them on a roster. But hey, that's what I think. I could be wrong, but we decided to go with 3 quarterbacks. Then you go down to the running back position, 3 running backs. I expected that, but it wasn't 3 that I was expecting. Brian Robinson, obviously. Austin Eckler, obviously. But Jeremy McNichols is the guy that they chose to keep over Michael Wiley. That is very interesting to me, because if you look at the roster or look at the preseason, you would have thought that Michael Wiley was winning the game, winning the battle. But you want to know what's crazy? When I saw them live in person at the game versus the Patriots, who was out there first? Instead of Michael Wiley, it was Jeremy McNichols. And I was like, they really think highly of this guy out of Boise State. That's interesting, because like, if you ask me, I felt like Michael Wiley was the better back, because he was the one scoring the touchdowns, hitting the hole. He looks like a baby Nick Chubb to me. He's small in height, but very, bulky, and can bumble through contact, built like kind of like a bowling ball. So I definitely thought Michael Wiley was the one that they were leaning more towards, but it absolutely turned out to be Jeremy McNichols. So we'll see. He's 5'9", 205, so he has some pounds on him. We'll see. That's interesting. I'm hoping Michael Wiley makes the practice squad, which I fully expect. Then you go down to the wide receiver position. It's De'Ami Brown, it's Luke McCaffrey, Byron Pringle, Olamide Zaccheaus, Terry McLaurin, and Jamison Crowder. Now, really, no interesting ones here. They did cut my man Martavis Bryant. I definitely thought he was going to make this roster. Byron Pringle came in late during the training camp, so I didn't expect him to make this roster just because he was such a late signing. But considering the fact that he is a veteran, considering the fact that he has help on special teams and he was here just last year, that is probably what gave him the edge. And he still can help out as a receiver too. But I definitely would have kept Martavis Bryant. I do think he's gonna come back on a practice squad. Maybe you can call him up and be a big body receiver on game days or on when someone gets hurt. But I definitely would have let him make the roster, because I do still feel like we need a big body receiver that can climb the ladder, that can block down the field, that can draw pass interference calls a lot. Like, obviously Terry McLaurin could do that. That is what he's really known for. But he's not 6'4". He's 6 foot. So our tallest receiver is 6'2", and that is Luke McCaffrey, and he's a slot guy. So I definitely think we're not done adding to this wide receiver room, but we did, in fact, keep 6. Jameson Crowder, I believe, is going to be obviously here because he's the OG, he's the punt returner, and he still can give you some quality reps at receiver. Again, I would have kept Montavis Bryant. I wouldn't have kept Byron Pringle, but hey, that's just me. Then you go down to the tight ends. They kept 4 tight ends. Like what? Like let me hold on. Like I'm so shocked. But let me make sure this is the 53-man roster. Yeah, okay. The Commanders official and initial 53-man roster. They kept 4 tight ends. This is interesting because if you ask me, I'm like, no way. Kosin Yankov makes this roster. No way. And Colson Yankov makes this roster. Ben Sinnott, Zach Ertz, and John Bates. I thought they were going to keep 3 tight ends and keep 3 running backs and 2 quarterbacks. So that must mean that we're a little bit light on the defensive end if we're stacking up on the offensive side. We kept the extra quarterback that I didn't think we were going to keep. We kept the 3rd running back that I didn't think we were going to keep. I thought we was going to keep another one. And then we kept 4 tight ends when I thought we was going to go with 3. Colson Yankov made the roster. That's interesting. I don't know if if he's like just a guy that's gonna make the initial roster and then he'll get demoted, or if they truly believe in his ability and think he can help out right now. That's very shocking, honestly. Then you look down at the offensive line position. You have Michael Ditter, my guy at the center, Tyler Biotish, Nick Algreedy, Andrew Wiley, Trent Scott, Brandon Coleman, Chris Paul, Sam Cosmi, and Cornelius Lucas. Right here, they kept 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 offensive linemen. And honestly, guys, these are no surprise to me. No shocks at all. I definitely believed that they were going to keep 9. I knew these were the 9 more likely than not it was going to be. I did not have Trent Scott making it originally on my 53-man roster because I didn't know if they thought highly of him, because they did prior to camp, but I didn't hear much of him in camp and in preseason. But Trent Scott makes this roster. But other than that, it's no surprise to me. Again, the starting unit probably is going to go with Cornelius Lucas. You're going to have Andrew Wiley. Left guard is going to be your guy, Nick Algrady. Sam Cosmi, right guard. Center, Tyler Biotish. And then right tackle is Andrew Wiley, like I said. And then left guard is going to Nick Algrady, and left tackle Cornelius Lucas, unless they think Brandon Coleman is gonna be healthy enough and ready to rock and roll. But Cornelius Lucas, 6'8". Golly, he's a giant. So that's the offensive side of the ball. So quickly to run through it, they kept 3 quarterbacks: Marcus Mariota, Jaden Daniels, Jeff Driscoll, Brian Robinson, Austin Eckler, Jeremy McNichols, De'Ami Brown, Luke McCaffrey, Byron Pringle, Amade Zacchaeus, Terry McLaurin, Jameson Crowder. Surprise, Kosin Yankov made the roster. Ben Sinnott, Zach Ertz, and John Bates. Michael Dieters, Tyler Biotish, Nick Algrady, Andrew Wiley, Trent Scott, Brandon Coleman, Chris Paul, and Sam Cosmi and Cornelius Lucas all made the offensive line position. And now down to the defense. Jamin Davis, John Jean Baptiste, John Ridgway, Dorrance Armstrong, John Allen, Deron Payne, Jerzon Newton, Federico Mathis, and Cleveland Furl made it. Interesting here, John Ridgway's name was in trade talks earlier. I don't know if that still is going to be the thing, or if they're rocking with him as a guy that can contribute to this D-line room. But be on the lookout for him potentially being moved. Same with Cole Turner. Although he didn't make the roster, he could be a practice squad candidate or whatever. No surprise here, honestly. No surprise here. Definitely KJ Henry not making it. Little shocking, but I could definitely see why, because they have Jamin Davis on the edge now, and you can clearly see that is his position. Okay, guys, they changed his position to defensive end. Okay, Jamin Davis is no longer a linebacker; he is a true flesh DN now. And again, that is where he should be, and that's where he should have been 2 years ago when we drafted him, or after his rookie season. Linebacker goes Frankie Louisville, Dante Fowler, Michael Walker, Dominic Hampton, and Bobby Wagner. Now, if you guys remember, Anthony Pittman, he was terrible. He was terrible versus the Patriots, and he played himself out of a roster spot. So they went Michael Walker. I feel like, well, where's Jordan McGee? Jordan McGee is starting on he's starting on the IR. He's going to be designated to return at some point, but he's going to be starting on the IR. It's not season-ending injury or anything like that, but he is going to be on IR to start the season. So Michael Walker is going to have that roster spot. Dominique Hampton's a guy that's a linebacker slash safety, but going to be more specifically used as a linebacker guy in Dan Quinn's defense. So Dominique Hampton's very excited about. Bobby Wagner, OG, we still got a lot left in the tank. Dante Fowler and Frankie Louisville are your two linebackers at the top right there. Then you go to the secondary. Mike Samuel, Jeremy Chin, Emmanuel Forbes Jr., Noah Iganagoni made the roster. Quan Martin, Derek Forrest, Michael Davis, Benjamin St. Juice, Percy Butler, and Jeremy Chin. And Tyler Owens. Tyler Owens, as we know, was a guy that was killing it in training camp, really making his mark on special teams, and was really solid out there in the secondary too. He made the roster. I will not be a fraud, okay? I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I thought Chiggy Anusium should have made this roster. I felt like he's better fit to me than Noah Iganagomeni is. Chiggy, we pay a lot more money than anybody did to get him here, and now he's cut. I definitely expect him to make the practice squad if no one is going to pick him up. However, I would have kept him over Noah Iganagomeni. But other than that, nothing surprising here. Derek Forrest had a slumps preseason, so I did not think highly of Derek Forrest, but I knew that he most likely was going to make this roster, but it was a slight chance that he didn't. But no surprise really here outside of Chiggy not making it. I really do like Chiggy, and I hope we can get him back here on the roster. Jeremy Reeves obviously making it, a special teams guy. Tyler Owens again, stud this past preseason and training camp. And then you go over to the three specialists. No surprise here. Cade York saving the day with the trade. Tressway and Tyler Ott. Now let's go over down to JP Finley's post on Instagram where we're going to talk about the players that got cut. Wide receiver Kaz Allen, not really surprised there, especially expect him to make the practice squad. Chiggy Newsium, I definitely thought he was gonna make this roster, and I feel like he should have made it over Niggy, over Eganagani. Wide receiver Martavis Bryant, Kendall Brooks, Tariq Castro Fields. I already know how I feel about Martavis Bryant. Feel like he should have made it. We need a big body receiver, so hopefully we're in the market for one. Tariq Castro Fields. He didn't make it. Practice squad candidate. Braden Daniels didn't make it. Davion Davis, Julian Good-Jones, Jalen Hurst, Sam Hartman, KJ Henry, Justin Hollins, Andre Jones Jr., Austin Jones, Caillou Blue Kelly, Trace McSorley, Haggy Ndubisi, David N, James Pierre, Anthony Pittman, Benning Pote, Cedric Redwine, Chris Rodriguez, Marcus Rosemary Jack Saint, Chappelle Russell, Ricky Stromberg, Amani Taylor, Mitchell Tinsley, Cameron Tom, Bryson Tremaine, Cole Turner, Nick Whiteside, Michael Wiley, and AJ Woods. Again, surprises here for me. Michael Wiley, Chiggy, KJ Henry, Martavis Bryant. And those are really like my only surprises there. Just thinking about it, like, man, look how bad Ron Rivera's draft was, bro. Like, Ron Rivera's drafts were so bad to the point where only Quan Martin and Emmanuel Force from that 2023 draft class is still here. But that's the initial 53-man roster. Let me know what you guys think about it down below in the comment section. Is there anything that surprises you? How do you feel about the initial 53? And you guys know we're going to be talking about this ad nauseum until game 1 versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As always, me and Juan Gotti. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Want to the 8,000 subscribers, so we greatly appreciate it if you can reach that goal as soon as possible. Follow me on Twitch at ChewyIRL_. Subscribe to ChewyIRL on Instagram. Also, check out my promo code on SeatGeek to get $20 off your first purchase. Y'all have a blessed one. Stay safe. Be easy. Peace.